moment in King Richard where we see a mirror, we see Venus Williams staring at herself in the mirror, and she's happy, and she's just fucking ecstatic. And I remember when I saw this in theaters, like these tears came forth in me, and after thinking about it, I was just like, fuck, I've never really seen a sequence like this with any black girl or any girl of color. You're just rooting for her so much. You know what I mean? You just truly feel for her and her family. Despite extremely lackluster promotion and marketing for this, like based on the trailers, like I thought this was just gonna be some kind of like movie version of NyQuil or something like that. I thought this was going to be something that puts me to sleep, okay? I thought this was going to be something forgettable, like that Concussion movie. Everything about this movie is pretty fucking remarkable. The way that we open on Will Smith channeling fucking Richard Williams fantastically, whether we're talking about from like his face or what they've done with his teeth to like how like his beard, the way that his hair is frayed, the way the way that he's walking like an older man, all the way down to the trying to replicate the voice, which there's definitely times where I can hear Will Smith's real voice sort of like peek in and out, but that's the only real flaw that I can give his performance. The acting in general is solid as fuck. The actresses who play Venus and Serena Williams, I think they do a great job at capturing their characters. Hell, the real life fucking Venus and Serena Williams watched this movie and they were like, yeah, they did a really, really good job. It's just like, they also do a great job at recreating 1990s Compton. There's a moment where we see Will Smith laid out on the ground. He's unconscious, and these tennis balls are like racing past him on the ground. And when I first saw this, it's almost unexplainable how emotive this was for me. Like, I literally was just like, oh. There's also another moment where Richard, he's taken his daughters to this to this tennis court where hopefully there's a bunch of rich people playing. Hopefully they can find a coach. There's one sequence that goes he goes, one... Fuck. Oh, no. I knew this was going to fucking happen. There's one really beautiful sequence that really sums up this movie where he looks at his daughters and he says, fuck. He says, fuck. He says, one day they're going to be bragging like at this point they are just nobodies, you know what I mean? Just living off a dream. Damn. There's a sequence that goes you have to forgive me. I found this scene. I found this movie to be deeply moving, but he tells his daughters one day they're going to be bragging. One day they're going to be bragging about the time they met the two of you, and goddamn, that's one of the sweetest fucking things I've ever heard. Holy shit! And it's such a small and subtle thing. This had me crying in the theaters as well. Venus and Serena go from Compton, California. They finally get coaches. They start gathering people's attention. They get taken out to Florida, where they slowly become professional tennis players. and we see a really adorable, heartfelt performance from John Bernthal, which will shout out to John Bernthal. I liked what he did with like his hair and the little differences that he made in his voice to sort of match the real life guy. But the entire movie is as sweet and it's as emotionally moving as this whole moment right here. The whole movie is really like this. I mean, the whole movie is deeply inspirational. All the performances are good. The cinematography is solid. The music, the score when it peeks its head above the surface, it always matches the imagery great. I love the way that Richard talks to his daughters. I mean, it's just some of the most beautiful shit I've seen all year. Personally, I'm feeling a 9 out of 10 for this film.